And that's what I used for 7 years, and I just handed it to the deputy mayor, but it didn't park a day in my house. And whenever I go for political events or personal trips, I use my private car. So like I said, that would not be possible if, your motivation was to amass. And, one thing I always say in Gambia is so tiny that we could even do away with petrol vehicles. Why not electric cars? Why not a good public service that reaches every public servant? Why not build the salaries of public servants and bring about good finance plans with banks so they can buy their own personal cars and they can use that? Why put all the burden on government? So I think there should be a strategy around that. By all means, a lot of public servant salaries cannot afford mobility for them and their families, and which is not a good thing, because you want your public servants motivated. But then you should come up with schemes, increasing salaries or good guarantees with financial institutions to allow them to have car leases, and that brings pride and dignity to their houses.
I'm going to finish this bit of our conversation on KMC, ironically, with unfinished businesses.
Right.
What unfinished business at KMC still weighs on Talib Ahmed Bensouda?
Well, I wouldn't say weighs on me, but of course, I wish I was able to do it. But for many reasons I stated before, we could not. But definitely, one would be affordable housing. It's a huge problem for Gambians.
Why weren't you able to even start on this?
Well, we could not even get papers for land we own, such as the building we sit in. We've applied and we've had promises.
So there's nothing to prove that building, built by KMC,
is owned
by the municipality.
Same as all our parks, all our markets, all our community centers. So these are one of the things government refuses to do. And without that, how could you ever get land anywhere to claim that you own it, to be able to do affordable housing? So that's sad for me, because I receive so many inquiries about people not being able to afford rent. Every day you go to the Kanifing Magistrates Court, the rent tribunal is full of disputes. Landlords are just increasing rent every day, and their claim is, of course, that cost of living in Gambia is very expensive, and they must catch up with this increased cost. So many Gambians are left vulnerable, and the most vulnerable group is single mothers. There's an increasing and growing population of single mothers whose husbands have gone back away or have passed away, or who've simply just abandoned them with several kids, and they can't find work, and they live in poor conditions, and with landlords that also cannot have pity for so long. So affordable housing would have been a great safety net for people such as that, and they're growing every day, because Gambia is not getting any cheaper. There's no policies on affordability. Inflation is high. The dollar is devaluating.
Inflation is down to 7.6.
So they say.
From double digits.
So they say, but not
well, the data shows
not
that.
The guy buying pig milk at the shop every week or trying to buy bread and butter.
Well, they say they don't control prices.
Well, so I don't go with statistics that are coming from the central government. The best statistics is from the layman or the guy going to the shop. Those are the guys feeling the inflation. And every day they tell you, man, I can't believe this was $75 yesterday. Now it's $120. So I think we should be very serious about inflation. And one of them is just sound economic policy, and just also legislation that protects local industry and horticulture, So I think
affordable housing.
Affordable housing has been.
What about roads? You promised us at least 10 new roads.
Last time we were here, we told you about
the
battle of roads. It's been excruciatingly difficult. I think after almost 2 years of launching, we finally got a letter from Ministry of Works, copied to NRA, that can you supervise KMC's project. Now we are following that letter with NRA. They're saying we're busy with other roads. So it's just an endless game, to prevent these road projects from happening. And then you come to the...
Where's the money meanwhile? The money is sitting somewhere waiting.
Well, we've paid $33 million to the contractor already as advance payments, So it's quite frustrating. It's quite annoying. And this is something that would benefit people in the municipality. I mean, look at our road conditions. Government boasts about building roads, but still 95% of roads are unbuilt. Just try to visit friends and family. It's horrifying, especially in the rainy season. So you come to the municipal transport. That has been a huge challenge because of our inability to generate our own loans. That has been very difficult to bring about, but we haven't given up on that. I wouldn't say it's over until it's over. We have one more year to make it happen, and we're doing everything we can because it is a necessity. I mean, look at today when you go to Faraba, look at the students who come out of the university in the wilderness, and they're just waiting for private cars. I mean, look at the buses that GTSC gives them. Every morning in the strategic locations they stand, and just look at the lines and sometimes the fights to get in those buses. Public transportation is a real pressing issue in this country.
And Talib had intended to deliver for KM residents.
You know what impresses me the most when you go to developed world?
No.
When you go to the subway,